Hello, Tara here from Money Management International, a full-service nonprofit credit counseling organization dedicated to improving lives through financial education. Business record keeping and tax planning can feel like a daunting task, but it doesn't have to be. In this video, we'll provide you with some general information to help you get started with your record keeping and tax planning. We'll cover record keeping and tax software, benefits of tax planning, and basic types of business taxes. One of the first things any new business must decide on is how its records will be kept. Accurate record keeping is a key to many aspects of your business's success, from assessing your operations' profit margins to ensuring that you're in compliance with IRS tax rules. Luckily, the IRS does not require businesses to keep records in any one manner. As long as the records produce an accurate accounting of income and expenses, you can choose a system that works best for you and your business. There are two main ways in which business records can be kept. The first way is manual record keeping. For a lot of folks, particularly business owners who've just opened their doors, the pencil and paper method is adequate. There are a few traditional ways to manually keep small business records. Inexpensive, pre-formatted record books are available at most office supply stores. Ledger sheets are another way to manually keep records, and they're also available at most office supply stores. Whether it's pre-formatted or ledger sheets, you must keep a record of each expense, jotting down a brief description of the business expense, the date incurred, the amount, and to whom it was paid. On the profit side of the equation, you must also keep similar records of any income your business receives. Now let's go over computerized record keeping. Keeping business records on a computer follows the same principles as a manual system, except the computer automates the process so it's faster and more accurate. A simple-to-use software program eliminates the need for a handwritten set of books. You input each transaction, whether expense or income, into the program and assign a category to each, whether a descriptive word like advertising or a number code, such as 201. You may be wondering if you should hire a bookkeeper. Most new business owners don't have the money to hire bookkeeping help, at least not right away. That makes it that much more important for business owners to choose a record-keeping system that they're comfortable with. But what if you can't afford to hire a bookkeeper? Does this mean that you don't need to worry about the ins and outs of different record-keeping systems? In a word, no. Tax law places responsibility for most bookkeeping and accounting errors squarely on the business owner. So even if you've hired a bookkeeper to handle your business's books on a day-to-day basis, it's still essential that you have a good grasp of general bookkeeping concepts and an awareness of what's going on with your business's record-keeping practices. Now that you're familiar with record keeping, let's go over some of the reasons to consider using online tax software or small business tax services when preparing your business taxes. Processing the taxes for your business doesn't have to be too unpleasant when you have the right tools, but you have to remember it can go beyond just filing a W-2 for your small business, depending on your business structure. The time you'll save using tax software is huge. You can easily knock an hour off your prep time, if not more. This benefit is especially helpful if you have to file Schedule C and other forms. Tax software is easy to use, even if you don't have prior experience with it. It walks you through the process step by step, and most include help features in case you get stuck. The best tax prep software options are highly accurate, which reduces the chances that you'll make an error on your return. This is especially important if you're self-employed or have a complex tax situation. Most programs have built-in features that help you find deductions and credits you may be eligible for, helping you save a good deal of money. Many tax prep software programs offer free support, audit assistance, and advice from tax professionals. And using tax software programs can help you stay organized and on top of your taxes throughout the year. This aspect can save you time and money in the long run. For most people, taxes are the last thing they want to think about once they've finally submitted their returns. The truth is, thinking about and planning for tax season early can make a monumental difference when it comes to your bottom line. As a small business owner, you have an urgent need to plan your finances and maintain your record books. Tax planning will help you retain your earnings and invest in more sources to maximize your profits. But at the same time, you can also reduce your tax liability. Let's go over the benefits of tax planning. Having an effective tax strategy in place from day one saves you a ton of time throughout the year, and even more so when tax season rolls around. One of the most common issues faced by small business owners is that they're too busy running day-to-day operations to truly devote focus to long-term financial strategies. Whether it's time spent debating about making a purchase or rapidly organizing your finances before tax season and trying to figure out what you owe, having a plan in place saves you time. In addition to the time saved in regard to preparation, you'll also save significant time when it comes to unnecessary errors when filing. Making large purchases at the wrong time and not understanding your taxes are common mistakes that small business owners make. With a solidified tax strategy, you'll know what you owe well in advance of tax time. Ensuring that you don't make errors in your deductions and filings significantly reduces your chances of being audited. Ultimately, the goal of tax planning is to reduce your overall tax liability. This means that you'll genuinely pay what you owe and not a penny more. Regardless of your personal views on taxation, every business owner can agree that being able to allocate more of their hard-earned money to further growing their business is a positive thing. Most business owners are shocked when they learn about all the tax deductions, credits, and other provisions available to help them that they never knew existed. Tax planning helps you take advantage of every opportunity available to you from day one. In addition, the fact that you took the time to formulate a plan and get informed ensures that you remain compliant with tax laws and regulations, avoiding expensive fees and consequences for non-compliance. The number one reason to start tax planning is that the money you save would have otherwise gone to taxes. This excess capital can now be deployed into marketing, upgrading your systems, hiring more employees, making purchases, and ultimately expanding your business. Now that you're familiar with some of the benefits of tax planning, let's go over basic types of business taxes. According to the IRS, all businesses except partnerships must file an annual income tax return. Partnerships file an information return. Keep in mind, you also have to file an individual income tax return using IRS Form 1040 every year. Generally, you have to make quarterly estimated tax payments to cover income tax on income not subject to withholding and self-employment tax. If your estimated payments fall short of the annual tax liability, you may have to pay a penalty. This tax is for sole proprietors, general partners, and usually members of limited liability companies, and covers Social Security and Medicare taxes. If you have employees, you must report and deposit federal income tax withholding, Social Security and Medicare taxes, and federal unemployment tax. And finally, businesses may be required to collect taxes on their sales and remit them to their state and possibly other states in which they do business. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you found this information helpful. To learn more about this and other financial topics, or to schedule a counseling session, visit us online at moneymanagement.org or give us a call at 866-889-9347.